Of course, we've got Rio 20, the Earth Summit is underway. It's also given us an opportunity to sit down in an exclusive interview with the central bank president, Carolina Trementi. I spoke to him and asked him about what he would do if there was more volatility and whether he's happy with the level of the currency, the real.
We don't have a level here. The exchange rate is under floating exchange rate regime. So this is I think that's the best regime to protect Brazil. What we have done in Brazil is to have a policy of accumulation of international reserves. We have now 370 billion US dollars in reserve plus. And we also have said here at the central bank that the central bank will step in markets in every segment of the foreign exchange market in Brazil, be it derivative, be it interbank, be it spot market, in whichever segment of the foreign exchange market, if you see that the market is not functioning well.
And as we see this slight slowdown in China that has an effect on commodities prices, and the commodities prices have a huge effect on the Brazilian economy because it is driven by, the growth is driven by the commodity prices growing as well. So do you think that we shouldn't look for a more sustainable model for growth in this country?
Our view is that an economy like China will be very well placed to engineer a soft landing, as is doing right now. And this environment is positive for Brazil because on the one hand it takes pressure out of inflation coming from foodstuff, from commodities, and on the other hand also allows for a high level, historically high levels of commodity prices, and therefore I think we are well positioned to take advantage of a scenario like that.
I'm very curious to hear your opinion about the Eurozone crisis. Is Europe in the right direction now? Do you think that this 100 billion euros for the Spanish banks is going to start solving the crisis now?
I think there has been important progress in Europe. The funding problem that was a big issue at the end of last year and beginning of this year, I think has been addressed and will continue to be addressed by central bank interventions, as we have seen. On the other hand, there's more structural problems dealing with banks, dealing with capital, dealing with the need to recapitalize the banking system. I think in this regard, the 100 billion euros that has been announced recently, it is an important contribution to the process.
Alexandre Tombini, the president of the Brazilian Central Bank. Julia Coronado is still with us.